Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my show, Tip the Tea, where I'm your host, Angie E., where we talk about everything from motivational, inspirational, and of course, the tea. So tune in every Monday on YouTube and Can TV to watch all previous episodes. So let me dive in a little bit about the topic we were talking about on the last week's show, which was we were talking about weak versus strong, and meaning individual, individually. We talked a little bit more. We talked about leadership versus being a follower. So we're gonna kind of piggyback off that a little bit into the show, but let's dive in a little bit about that. So I'm going to introduce the topic today. The topic today, we're going to talk about brown skin versus a lighter skin. But like I said before, we talked about last week's show. We talked about strong versus weak, meaning, are you a leader or are you a follower? I had some comments in last week that talked about, being a weaker person mainly are followers, and stronger people have more leadership. Why don't you guys go to my YouTube channel and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about strong versus weak. All right, so let's dive into today's topic, which is lighter skin versus darker skin. And as I was saying, I talked to a friend of mine. We talked about that when we were younger, how we was in like the 6th and 7th grade, and how we always, we liked the light skin. She was a light-skinned, she liked the light-skinned guys, and I would, we would talk about it and laugh, and then she was like, "Oh, you like all those dark guys, and she would laugh and everything, and didn't know what we were really talking about. Like I said, we was only like in 6th and 7th grade, but it was just, something to do, we had no business talking about no boys anyway, but we was, we were kids. But anyway, so we would talk about that, and she would always say, "Oh, your husband gonna be dark, and all that stuff." And then I was like, "You like those light skin?" Like I said, we was just kids. We were just playing around. We really didn't know what we were talking about, But as we became older, and of course, we became in our adulthood, that stuff really didn't matter, when we were kids. When you're older, you're supposed to be mature. Your maturity kicks in, and you'll be like, you know what? It's not even about the color, or what lighter skin, darker skin. It's really about the heart, and it's supposed to be about the heart, actually. And so, like I said, I would talk to. I have a women's group where I call Virtuous Women, where we meet every third Friday of each month, and we have different topics, and it'd be very, very good topics. It's very informative, and we talk about everything, and we don't hold anything back. We help each other, we lift each other up, motivate each other. So what we were talking about, we discussed this topic before, and we were talking about, it's just really love. It's who loves you, for who you are. It doesn't matter what skin or how light your skin is or how dark your skin is. It really doesn't matter. All that really should matter is where is the love, and if it's true love. True love don't look at color. I don't think that true love looks at the lighter skin versus darker skin. I believe true love looks at what's on the inside. Is there true love? Love me for who I am, and I'll love you for who you are. Whether, like I said, whether if it's, light, dark, whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody has their own preferences. I'm not talking about, for those of you, I'm not, hey, I don't judge. Not at all. I'm not in a place to judge. I'm not, But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is, when you learn more. And like I said, that comes with a lot of maturity. You learn to just love a person for who they are. You learn to love them for just like I said, skin color shouldn't matter. As long as they have, like I said, true love. I think true love, number one, for God first, and then they'll know how to love you. Like I said, they can push past, or people can push past, the color, the creed, the race. It doesn't matter. What truly matters is what's in your heart. Can you love me for who I am? I might have some issues or whatever. And yeah, let's talk about issues a little bit. We're not getting off the conversation and the topic about, today's topic, lighter skin versus darker skin. And then we're going to go into some little examples and stuff like that too. But what I'm saying is love, true love, like I said, true love looks at what's on the inside, not what's on the outside, okay? I remember too, me and my brother, we was younger, and he would tell me how he liked lighter skinned women with long hair and stuff like that. And that was okay because, like I said, we were kids and everybody had their preferences. And even adult people, even now, you have some people, that have their preferences. They like light skin versus dark skin. Different race, and it's okay. Hey, it's who you love. It has nothing to do with me, or no one can judge. It's who you love. And I was told some people you just can't help who you love, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the individual. But like I was telling, me and my brother, we talk all the time about, I remember when, you used to like light-skinned girls, and, and then we would talk about thick versus thin, and she got to be thick, and she got to this, and the other, stuff like that. And then, like some of my girlfriends, they won't date a shorter guy. They got to be slim and tall. And then some of my girlfriends, they got to be short and stacked and with a six-pack and all this craziness. But like I said, it's not about the shape, size, creed, or color. It's, to me, I'm just putting in my opinion. My opinion really doesn't matter, but it all depends on who you love. My grandmother used to tell me a long time ago. She had a friend back in the 50s. She married this guy. And she met the man. He was homeless, and he was living on on the streets. He didn't have no place to lay his head every night, so he lived on the streets. And then he he was a real tall guy, dark and stuff, and she said that one day she was walking, and the man approached her, and he asked her for 50 cents to get him something to eat or whatever. And she said she saw past his situation. She saw past his color and his height and his homelessness, or whatever his situation was. She said she said it was like love at first sight. And and when my grandmother was telling us, I'm like, even me as a kid, I'm listening to her. I'm like, but how could she love somebody? How could that be love? And she just met him, and then he was homeless and he was dirty and nasty. But I had to, my grandmother, she checked me on that. She said, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter where a person come from or how they live. She said, just thank God that you're not living that way. She said, you could talk about somebody one day, it could be them today and you tomorrow. Don't ever talk about people and stuff. And that, from that day on, and I think I was probably like 13 or 14 years old, that taught me a lot about trying to, judge people and how they look, on how they look. She said my grandmother's best friend, her and that man got married, and they was married for 42 years. That man cleaned himself up. Well, I'll say God did. She said he started going to church. God, saved him and cleaned that man up, and that man went to school. He got his degree. I think actually he had already had 2 degrees. He had a associate's degree and his bachelor's degree, and then when he met her, he went back to school and got his master's and got his doctor's degree. Come on now. Come on, somebody, okay? I ain't preaching, but I'm tipping the tea right now. We're tipping the tea with Angie E. Come on, let's talk about this, okay? let's tip this tea. Let's talk about we're talking about today, if you just tuned in to the show, we're talking about light skin versus a dark skin, okay? So let's dive back into this, because this is good, okay? Like I said, you know, my grandmother said you can meet the finest man, you know, or the finest woman, and they can treat you like crap. You know, they could be a light skin or dark skin and treat you like total crap. But when you meet somebody, just because they don't look up to par or look like you want them to look, them be the ones that will love you to death. Love you to, well, I won't say death, but love you to life itself. You know what I'm saying? That's the ones that you need to, you know, you need to love. Don't look at the color. Don't look at their height. You don't look at their character. You look at how they treat you and how they love you. You know, so let's talk now. We really about to tip the tea, because I'm calling on girls, men, women, and boys. Love who loves you. Don't look at the color. Don't look at how they, you know, how their outer appearance look. You look on the heart of people. Okay. You know, I'm going to talk back to like we were talking in when Virtuous Women, my women's group, that we talk about everything, like I said, and and just listening to some of the opinions of some of the women, and I you know, just kind of recalled one of the women in there, and she was saying, well, I don't care what nobody say, I gotta have a man. He got to be, you know, tall, and he got to be dark, and he got to, you know, be like fit, and he got to have a whole bunch of money, you know. And we like, okay, that's your opinion, you know. But I looked at her and I told her, I say, well, what about if his heart is rotten and he treats you like crap? What about if he don't respect you as a woman? What about, you know, I said, what about you know, he can give you all the money in the world, but what if he's not giving you his time? What if he's not giving you affectionate, you know, being affectionate to you, or showing you affection or love? Can you still love someone like that because he's tall, dark, and handsome? Really? I mean, I'm just saying. Can you really just, I mean, override that? Do you rather live in misery than to have someone to, you know, look like whatever and treat you good? I have a cousin, a very, very nice person. She always told me, she said she met her husband at a class reunion, and she said, oh, he is definitely not my type. Type? I hear a lot of people say that. Type. What is a type? Leave me a comment below, because I need to know what is a type. Really? I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but what really is a type? So I asked her. She said, well, again, she said, well, I like tall men. I don't like short men. And I'm like, okay. But she was like, he kept on, you know, he kept pursuing her. She said everywhere she looked, she would be in a grocery store, he's right there. She would be at the bus stop, he's right there. She said she would be at school helping her, you know, she used to help people and help kids in school. She said, everywhere I go, that man was right there. She said, I don't know if he was stalking me or whatever. She said, but 2 or 3 years later, they ended up getting married. They're the same height. She's like about 5'4" and a half. He's like 5'2" or something. I don't know. But I tell you one thing, guess what? They've been married for 28 years. He loves her. She loves him. She told the truth about it. She said he had to grow on her. She said, because I'm just not used to, first off, I don't like no light-skinned man. And first off, he was too short for me. And every time I look at him, it was so weird. And I would have to look down at him. And then when we go out, I would wear heels, and he would be so short. And I was so embarrassed. And I'm like, really? But then she told her story about when she was dating this really nice, tall guy. Guess what? Yes, you guessed right. He treated her like crap. He treated her like. She said one day that when he took her out to a movie She said they went like way, he took her like someplace they was like 45 minutes away. Guess what he did to her? He left her stranded. He told her, look, you can't get in my car. She goes, why? He says, you find your own way back. I don't like you. I mean, she said he just started snapping for no reason. She said we had a perfect dinner. She was like, and all of a sudden, he made her get out of his car. Get out of his car, guys. Really? So she said she started walking. And she said she thought that he was going to turn around or go around the block or whatever and come back and pick her up. No, he did not. And she was in love with this guy. She was totally, as a matter of fact, she was living in one state and left the state she was living in and moved to the state with him. And he treated her like that. She had no family, no friends, no one. She didn't know anybody. But because he was tall and dark and handsome, he treated her like crap. She had no money, nothing. Nothing. She had just got there 2 weeks. And she said sometimes when he would go to work, he would lock her in his room. He would tell her, you have to stay in this room until I get off of work. What? So she said she would sit in that room for 8 hours. She hasn't had nothing to eat or nothing. She had to wait till he get home from work, and then he would bring her something to eat, or they'd go out go out to dinner to eat. Really? And she tells me, she said, she cried one time, and she said, Angie, I loved him. I loved that man because of his looks. I said, wow. You know what? But I couldn't judge her. You know, some those things still happen sometimes. I just listen. Sometimes some people just need to just to vent. So I would just listen to her. I couldn't just, oh girl, you so stupid, and why you? I couldn't say anything. I just listened. And she would just cry and cry. And she said, I thought that I'll never find no one that would love me. And then guess what? The same cousin, she didn't like her skin color. I ran into a lot of women like that. I've never ran into, guys, nah, not so much. But I've ran into a lot of women like that. You know, they didn't like their skin color. They didn't like their weight. They didn't like their height. They didn't like the way their hair looked. They didn't like the way their eyes looked, their nose, or just didn't like themselves. It's sad. But I've ran into a lot of women that just didn't like themselves, and they didn't like their skin. They didn't like it. But you know what? I'm talking to you right now that's watching this segment of Tip to Tea. Love yourself. Love the skin that you're in. Don't ever feel like you're ugly or, no one will want you. You know, my grandmother used to have this saying. She said, somebody for everybody. And I believe that. Because I'm going to be real with you, because I'm tipping the tea right now. As I've gotten grown and older, I've listened to a lot of sayings. But one saying that I really like, and this is the saying, it say, what's one man's trash is another man's treasure. And as vice versa, what's one woman's trash is another woman's treasure. So what you don't like, someone else will. Really, for real, for real. So I just want to just tell you, people out there that's watching, the viewers that's watching, love who you are. Even if you don't have anyone that ever would accept you, love who you are. Love yourself. Love the way God made you, because God doesn't make mistakes. He makes people the way he wants them to be made. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I don't knock nobody for all this, what they call this Botox and all this, and people bleaching their skin, and some people tanning and all this stuff. Hey, to each his own. but love who you are. Love the way God made you in, and love the skin that you're in. If you like this segment today, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this segment. We're getting ready to go to a quick commercial. We're going to come back and we're going to do a little bit more on this segment. Brown skin versus dark skin. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with Tip to Tea, and I'm Angie E. See you soon. Hello everyone, this is Angie E with Tip to Tea. If you or anyone you know in the Chicagoland area and you would like to come out to promote your brand, network, or even if you have an interesting topic you would like us to discuss, come on out and be my special guest. Let's Tip the Tea. For more details about the show, you can go to my YouTube channel, type in my name, Angela Eskridge, and leave me a comment, and I'll get back with you. And you can also catch up on all the previous episodes. So come on out. Let's Tip the Tea. I'm Angie E. See you soon.
Hi, my name is Marla Redrick, and I'm with World Financial Group. We're a division of Transamerica World Financial Services.
My name is Jeff King. I'm an associate also with World Financial Group.
And if you're an entrepreneur and you want to talk about your business here with Angie E., she'd be happy to have you as well. Super excited. She's a lot of fun, and you have a great time and get an opportunity to talk about your brand. So come on out, check her out on YouTube. Angie E. on Tip the Tea.
Hello everyone, I'm Carol Coleman. I'm on the set with Tip the Tea with Angie E. If you want to come on as a special guest, leave a comment below. Come on the show with Angie E. and Tip the Tea. Okay. Also, I am a mental health supervisor. If you need any help, if you're just thinking about it, if you're just thinking about a crisis, please call 1-877-964-1245. They can get you all the help you need. Come on. You don't suffer alone.
Hey, I'm Will Sutton, and I'm on Angie E. Tip the Tea. You can check me out on Tuesdays from 2 to 3 p.m. at Chicago Sportstown Network, and that is every Tuesday, 2 to 3 p.m. Or you can follow my Facebook page at William H. Sutton III, or you can follow my Instagram at Sutton Sports. That is with a Z and not an S. That is SUTTON, sports with a Z and not an S.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. We're back from the commercial break. And if you just tuning in, I was here talking about lighter skin versus darker skin. So we're going to get back into a little bit of this segment before we sign off. And, okay, back to lighter skin versus dark skin. Before we went to commercial break, I was talking about how you should love yourself no matter what skin you're in, no matter what color you are, you know. Love who you are. Love the way God made you. And, hey, some people, you know, hey, it's people that wish they had the skin that you have. It's always someone that may you know, they want the build that you have, or, you know, just anything. What we think is not good, someone else will take it and be like, hey, I would love to, you know, be your skin color, or I would love to, you know, to have your body build. So always just think of it like that, you know. Just think of, you know, hey, maybe I may be a little bit, you know, down on myself and don't like myself, but there's someone out there, you know, that will love me and for me, and also someone else out there would like to be in my shoes and you know, my color and, you know, my skin, whatever. You know, always know that, first off, you are beautiful. You are handsome. You know, for the men out there that suffers with this, or for the women out there, know that you are beautiful, no matter what you look like, or what matter. That doesn't matter what people say about you, or anything. It's about, you know, you got to learn how to say it's who you are and who you think about yourself. See, people sometimes, and I might be kind of a little off balance for saying this, but, you know, people treat you the way you treat you. okay? If you treat yourself like in a manner where you just don't matter or don't care, then, 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes, people, you give out that vibe, then they'll, some people, will treat you like that. Not all people, because some people, have hearts and they figure, okay, hey, I'll just look over that and treat them, nice or whatever. But I'm telling you, we all are beautiful. We're made in God's image. So beauty is, hey, it's in the eye of the beholder. And guess who the beholder is? You. You're the beholder. So always just know this, guys. Just know that you are beautiful, no matter, your skin color or whatever. Know that, hey, God made me this way for a reason. And always know that God loves you. He don't care what you look like. He don't care where you come from. He don't care. He loves you. Okay? Okay. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold you up too much longer. We're going to probably have maybe a 2-part segment for this show. And if you agree, and if you want to see or hear more about this particular topic of lighter skin versus darker skin, hey, go on my YouTube channel, type in my name, Angela Eskridge, and leave me a comment below. Make sure you share this video and subscribe. So we're gonna kind of get ready to sign out for today, and we're going to talk, like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about this on next week's show, lighter skin versus darker skin. So I just want to close out a little bit and tell you that you're beautiful. You are beautiful. Again, no matter who you are beautiful. Okay? So with that being said, we're going to close out the show for today, and tune in next Monday. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, and then we're going to actually have another topic too. We're going to talk about some other stuff, okay? It's going to be really good. You don't want to miss it. So, okay, with that being said, if you or anyone you know in the Chicagoland area and you would like to join me on this show, or even if you have an interesting topic you want to discuss, come on out and be my special guest. Let's tip the tea. For more details about the show, go to my YouTube channel, type in my name, Angela Eskridge, and you can also catch up with the previous episodes. So come on out and be my special guest. Let's tip the tea. I'm Angie E. See you next week. We're going to have a great show. See you next week, and we're going to tip the tea with Angie E. See you soon.